Hello everyone, this is Mr. Informal giving you my thoughts, analysis, and rant. And I know I'm late on this one and I do apologize. I wanted to make sure I get all the information because there hasn't been a lot of press on this phone. A few videos here and there, but compared to other certain companies out there, there's not much press. And so I want to give you my thoughts, analysis, and rant of the LG Wing. Just so you know, it does have 5G. They call it LG Wing 5G. I'm just gonna call it LG Wing. So, gotta give credit where credit is due. LG has made this phone look unique. The swivel action is not new. I've seen it from a keyboard style phone back all the way back in 2010s, when even 2005 to so and so, when texting was huge. And so I know about that swivel action, the swivel life, I guess you can say. But it is quite unique, and so it does have something to offer onto the table. But I do have a few concerns, and I will get to the rant on that later. But my thoughts right now, give you my thoughts. It is, to me, $4,000. It is overpriced, but at the same time, it is quite unique, and I truly hope that LG could take advantage of it via software, but I doubt that based on my experience with LG, because I used to have an LG G5. Yes, I had the LG G5. That was a great phone. So first and foremost, let's get to the specs of this phone. Okay, so it has, apparently it has a water repellent coating. Not entirely sure if it's water and dust proof, although it is splash proof. 6.8 screen on the front. It's OLED, and then the secondary screen behind it, it's 3.9 inch, and they are both HD, full HD. It has a Snapdragon 765, not the flagship 800 series. Android 10. See, that's my problem. Android 10. Where's Android 11? Micro SD expandability, 128 gig storage with 8 gigs of RAM. There's the 3 cameras in the back, 64 megapixels f1.8 with OIS, 25mm wide, 13 megapixels f1.7 ultra wide, and then 12 megapixel f2.2, another ultra wide. And there's a reason for that, because this phone has gimbal mode. Yes, gimbal mode, meaning if you're taking pictures or if you're taking especially video, it looks like it's taking shot from a gimbal. It's smooth, you know, it has that swivel effect, I guess you can say. Videos is 4K 30 and 60 frames per second, and then 1080p of 30 is 16 frames per second. And then it has a pop-up front camera, which is interesting. 32 megapixels f1.9, 26mm. It can shoot 1080p by 30 frames per second. It has no headphone jack. It has a speaker, Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.1. It has GPS, obviously, NFC, yes. Wireless charging, 4,000 milliamps of non-removable battery. It comes in 2 colors, Aurora Gray and Illusion Sky. So those are the specs. So I have mentioned my thoughts on this. It's a unique camera, but for $1,000, I don't think it's worth its price. I think this could only be $800. As I read you the specs, it's not even using this top of the line Snapdragon. I mean, it's the picture is focused on videos instead of actual taking pictures. The pop-up camera, to me, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna question its durability, and so it's gonna be unique. And so let's get to the analysis here. The general consumer is not even gonna know about this, and it's sad to say, because LG's marketing is lacking, and they can blame it on the pandemic all they want, but it's been like that for a while now, and so I'm not gonna give LG an excuse in this one or even a pass. It's not gonna move units. It's not gonna raise LG's market share. It's not gonna move their stocks. I will not be surprised if this phone is not even seen onto the retailer, meaning on the on AT&T, T-Mobile, or even Verizon here in the USA. And so not a lot of people, I mean most of the population are not gonna know about this unless you are a phone fanatic. You will know about this, but if not, I mean no one will really care about this, and it's sad because this is quite unique, and it has something to offer to the table. I mean, for those who love watching videos and commenting at the same time, heck, especially on live, when you're watching something live. I mean, you can send messages while you're live, so it's absolutely great. The gimbal's great, but the quality of the video is still in question. And so, in the global aspects of it, or viewpoints, it's not gonna do much. I guess it's showing that LG is capable of creating a great concept. That's all it is. Now let's get on to my rant. Rant number 1: pop-up front camera. I don't care if you say this is gonna last long. Nope. Just one bump onto the wall, boom. I think it's over for this phone. You see, I'm not a fan of these motorized pop-up camera or any type of camera, because there's just too many things that will fail, too many moving parts. $1,000 price range. Don't tell me about, oh, we got flip phones, we got book type phones that open that cost $1,500. Well, first of all, they have the top of the line specs, and this one doesn't. Number 3, they're using this Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G, $4,000. Yes, you heard me right. LG has gone insane. Insane. And then another one is that LG update. You see, Android 10. How long is this phone going to take to update to Android 11? It's probably going to take another year. I mean, they couldn't focus on that. They couldn't just release Android 11. I mean, yeah, you can say Android 11 was just released. Okay, at the same time, they could have asked for the beta from Google, and they could say, oh, okay, then Android 11 is going to come before the end of the year. If they say that, and so far I haven't seen any announcement, I would have been okay with that. But me knowing I had an LG G5, it took a long time for me to get the update. Last but not least, my biggest gripe about this phone is what type of software that can fully, I'm going to repeat that word, fully utilize the screen itself. It can't just be a couple apps. It needs to have more than that to utilize the phone. And I think this phone has a lot of things going for it. But I really wish that LG would just go full force on developing its own app for this phone, because this phone has potential, multiple usage of this phone. You could have Uber drivers having on maps, and then maybe sending text and all that. You could have multiple camera you can take pictures of. I mean, you can even, what about drawing and using a stylus? I mean, that'd be great while having a video, and then you can watch a video while making notes. I mean, you can have multiple uses of this. And so, let me get to the conclusion here. I like this phone as a concept. I don't like this phone that is, one, it's expensive. Number 2, knowing LG as a company, and it's not the phone's fault, it's just the company itself, LG. It's gonna take too long for the update to come. Would I recommend this to anybody? No. It's $1,000. It's not worth it. I mean, do I recommend this for anybody to be inspired by a design? Then yeah, I mean, it's great as a concept. But other than that, pains me to say this, but not a lot of people will buy this. Not a lot. Even when it comes out. And so that basically concludes this thoughts, analysis, and rant of the LG Wing. I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.